We are live. Thank you. Here we go. This thing's acting weird today. Hello, everyone. Good morning, Charles. Welcome back to Positive Vibes. You got that positive energy?
Yes, always.
You better. I'm gonna kick you off here.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me back.
You are very welcome. I'm just doing some things on the side. So Charles, the last we spoke, or the last you were on here, you had this program, this Detox 10. And ladies and gentlemen, I am here to tell you that it works. And what I mean, let me tell you why I know it works is because I've tried it, and you know what, it's so addictive to me that I can't get off of it. And now it's not because I don't want to get off of it, it's because it's good and it feels good. Now, you know, I've known Charles for, you know, it's well over 13 years, and he started. Charles, when did you start Chizelit? Let's talk about that.
I actually started Chizelit in 1999. So that's 25 years ago, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, basically I've been doing fitness for 25 years, self-employed, stepped out on faith, and it just been one journey, one step, walking faith by faith, one day at a time. And, you know, we have impacted so many people over the last 25 years. It's just like I'm just getting started. I'm still learning. And I'm still excited as if it was day number one.
Well, amen. You know what now? You have a book. You're also an author and also this mighty CEO of Chizelit. You had a gym, but because of COVID, things had changed dramatically. But that didn't stop you from doing what God had gifted you to do. You still do one-on-one trainings with everyone's personable, and that's something that people would have to basically check your website out and also give you a call to find out how they can engage in the one-on-one trainings. They are COVID safe, masks are worn, and they're done in the atmosphere of just you and the person that you're working with. Is that correct?
Yes. And I just finished training someone this morning. I'm on the East Coast, and I just had a client before I signed on to you on the West Coast. 3 hours difference, so it was 9 o'clock my time and 6 a.m. her time. And we do a lot of virtual training, and it's as if I'm right there with them hands-on. So that's been going extremely well. We still do our boot camps virtually by Zoom. Mm-hmm. So we just have to, in this season, we have to be really creative. I tell people I understand what's going on with uncertain times and pandemic, and we hear about that all the time. It's not new to anyone. We all have different experiences with what's going on. However, no matter what, you still got to take care of your health. No matter what's going around, you got to take care of your body. You got to eat right, more so than ever before, because we're not moving around as much. So you just have to pivot, do things different. And as health professionals, we just have to help the health industry and our clients find ways where they can still stay in shape.
Absolutely. Now, you know what I think, well, people don't know, and I know you're a Christian, and as well as, you know about God, you follow God, you're saved, and as a man of God. What a lot of people don't realize, Charles, is that the body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. And what I mean by that is there's things, now the God created the body, and he's created it 100% pure from birth. Now, there's things that we as humans do to affect the healing of the body. And there's things that we do to not maintain a healthy body. And what I mean, why I want to get into this is because people don't realize this, that what they eat, I mean, you know, people, you're supposed to go to your doctor's appointments and, you know, make sure everything is kosher and things like that. And everybody has a way of eating that may be good for them and may be bad for them. And they have to realize and acknowledge some of the things that they put in their body that are not good things for their body. Now, it's not for everybody, but, you know, for instance, you know, there are people that are born with, you know, pre-existing conditions such as diabetes and high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and a lot of different things. However, when you get to know those things by, visiting your doctor on a regular basis, you get to know those things that are wrong with your body, and you can pretty much cut them off right there. You know what I mean? So, and not only that, Charles, even with physical fitness and exercising, those things help to eliminate some of those things that you may have been diagnosed with, and also, with the intervention of your person, you can also stop those things from happening.
Yes.
So Charles, the detox 10 thing, that was then. Now you have a 90-day thing going on. Tell us about the 90-day thing that you got going on.
Well, first of all, thank God for grace and mercy. When we don't do the right thing, our bodies are conditioned to really overcome a lot of things. If we overeat, if we eat too much sugar and salt, our body is so well prepared for moments when we just don't do the right thing. But we are very responsible of taking care of our bodies. The more you take care of your body, the more your body will take care of you. Mm-hmm. And you're absolutely right. What you put in your body, you can almost heal yourself organically and naturally. So, I mean, number one is hydration. You want to make sure that's the number one nutrient that your body needs before protein, carbohydrates. You have to hydrate yourself. And you have to drink at least half your body weight in ounces. Mm-hmm. Drink half your body weight in ounces. If you weigh 200 pounds, easy math, you need to drink 100 ounces of water daily, just so your body has the proper nutrients that you need. Because the body is mainly made up of water anyway. Mm-hmm. Our 10-day challenge, that is over, but we have a 90-day challenge. I collaborated with a company called Bullavita, and it's like amazing. It's all keto-based. Shakes, I'm a big component of doing shake meal replacements, because a lot of times we're not getting the right nutrients in our body based on the foods that we eat. Mm-hmm. So I know if you're doing a meal replacement shake every day, you're getting the right carbohydrates, the right protein that's right for you. Also with this plan that I'm on, I was once the COO of my company, chief only operator, but I had to really collaborate with someone that's bigger than me. The company's been around for quite a long time, so it's been proven to work. So anytime I always introduce anything new to my clients, I always do it myself. I've been doing the supplements, the vitamins, and I'm not a pill taker, but I believe that you need the right nutrients in your body for your body to perform. So our 90-day challenge is really a culture in the community that you can connect to. So you're going to find somebody that has the same work ethic that you have, someone that might be a single mom, might be a person that works a lot of hours or in school. And he's like, how can I figure this thing out, taking care of myself when I have to take care of so many people? So being a part of a culture, a community, that's a good way to keep you accountable. Is so very important. Accountability, and 80% of what you do is what you eat. So this company and myself will allow you to really do these things. And I'm here to always motivate. We do a lot of virtual private training, but just to have someone hold your hand over the next 90 days, whether you do it 60, 30 days, just to be accountable to another group, I think that's always going to help instead of you being on an island by yourself.
Right, absolutely. And also the confidence knowing and seeing that if you as a personal trainer, CEO of a personal fitness company, that you can, that you basically can, what I mean? So, it's almost like you wouldn't go to McDonald's to get a physical. You know what I mean? So
right,
you've been there, you've transformed women all across the board. You've done it. So it's not like it's something that you haven't done.
Yes.
And I mean, look at yourself. I mean, you're fit. I mean, I see you work out and go up steps, down steps, run around and jump and all those things. Lift. I've seen it, and it's on your video. So it's not like we don't see this happening. You doing this, it actually results. There's a lot of times where people, you see people having these fads and diets and this and that, but you don't see them living it. But you are living what you speak. That's a great thing. Now, speaking of keto, I know I know Holly Berry, she had sugar diabetes, and she's been delivered from that because she did a keto diet. Now, I know there's a keto, and I think what I read with keto, is it it's high fat, and sometimes people with certain bodies, for their bodies going through certain things, they can't really do a high fat diet. But this is going according to keto. So tell us about those people who may have some problems with taking in high fat. How does that differ from the keto diet?
Well, I mean, keto has been around for a long period of time. And I say every 4 to 5 years, you see these different trends come out. You know, the Atkins diet, the South Beach diet, and all of them the same. You know, most of these plans, they promote low carbohydrates, no sugars, which when you eliminate carbohydrates out of your diet, you're going to definitely lose weight because, you know, carbohydrates break down the glucose, which is sugar. So all the plans the trends that come out with, most of the time is high protein and fats. I totally don't believe in that because a lot of people, when you say eliminate carbohydrates and sugar out their diet, they think I can't have no fruit, I can't have no vegetables. That's not true. You just got to use these plans, and everybody is different. You know, I still believe in doing my berries in my shake. I still believe in doing my bananas and stuff like that. However, you just want to eliminate it, and you will find the right niche for you. But it's just the keto diet is a guide. It's just a guide that you can follow. It's a navigational system that you can follow. But you got to use, you know, common sense when you do these plans, especially the trendy plans.
Absolutely. You know what, too, Charles? And I just want to real quickly go back to the Detox 10 because I did it and I lost 10 pounds plus. A lot of the pounds were, you know, it was in multiple areas, but I may say this, I gained a lot of muscle.
Yes.
I've gained, and you know what? Like I said, I'm so stuck on it, and it's a great thing. But we're not going to go back to that. We're going to stick to the keto, this new thing that you got going on. Now, what happens when there's a lot of times, of course, the end of the year where people go on these diets and they want to, you know, these resolutions. By a percentage, there's at least about, they say there's, you know, like a lot of people go on these resolutions, these New Year's resolution things, but at least by March, a lot of them have failed. As we speak today about this new 90-day challenge, how can someone recover today, right now, with this broadcast on something that they tried to accomplish just this year, you know, 22 days ago? How can they recover right now with the 90-day challenge?
Well, just doing something different. And like I spoke earlier, just being a part of a culture. You have a website where you see people cooking their meals. You're seeing people getting results. And it's going to help you get results. The best way a person or a client sticks to their program when they see results like really fast. So once you got to realize 21 days create a habit, 90 days creates a lifestyle. So you want to stick to any program at least 3 weeks. If you can't do that, you're not really serious. So, I mean, you got to really, you know, dedicate 3 weeks of just doing the right thing, doing something totally different that you may have not done before. I say if you want different results, you got to do different things. But you need a trainer, you need a system that you can follow. If you've been doing the same thing year after year and after year and it's not working for you, hey, a light bulb had to go off in your head and say, let me try something, do it. Let me try something different. And let me be a part of a group and a part of a system that's been proven to work already.
Amen. You know what, Charles? So we're talking about this, and they can go on your website and get this information regarding this 90-day challenge. Is that correct?
Well, you could call me. It's better to call me. My number is a public number. Give me a call. Text me first, and I will send you a link that you can have the information. Then you can just go to that link, and no obligation, but just click on the link. That way, you can get more details. You get more visuals of what I'm talking about. You have some testimonies, and from that point, we can check in on. So best to call me at 443-253-0090. Leave me a text. I'll shoot you the link, and that way you can look at the program in detail.
And ladies and gentlemen, for those who are watching, it is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. So if you have pencil and paper, whatever you use to write your whatever down, you can take that information down if you will.
This
So
program works, guys. I'm telling you, this program will work. Tracy is living example. I'm telling you, this works. It works. It
it
took her 10
does.
days and beyond. It took you 10 days just to change your mindset.
Mm-hmm.
And you grab the bull by the horns and stuff. And it's a lifestyle. It's something that you still are doing now. And I believe in don't do these plans where you can't stick to it. Then you lose weight, then you gain it all back. Stick to a lifestyle, something that you can change for the rest of your life.
Let me tell you something. I witnessed I'm witness, and I'm not going to talk about what plan it is. So I'm not trying to bring down anybody's plan,
Yeah.
but there was a plan, and I was doing something, trying to lose weight back in like when I was like 20 and 30 years old. And another friend of mine, she went on another plan. Now, my plan didn't work because I didn't commit to it, and her plan was working because she was committed to it. But let me tell you something. She lost a lot of weight. And then I think I kind of went off of mine because I started working and started doing other things and just didn't do it. And then I seen her probably like 10 to 15 years later. And I was appalled at what I saw. And, you know, and what I want to talk about is these things that people, if you don't stick to them, you were talking about people gaining weight. And when I saw her, she was about 3 times the size that she was when she was on the program. I don't know why that happened. Can you tell us why that happens?
Because like I said earlier, if you do a plan that's not realistic, if you can't sustain that plan for a long period of time, your body is always trying to get back to its set point. If you weighed 160 pounds for the last 10 years and you all of a sudden lose 40 pounds, your body is always trying to get back to that 160 because that's what it's accustomed to that. Mm-hmm. So if you're not really doing the things, making the lifestyle changes, instead of trying to make a change just to lose weight on the scale, your body will always try to adapt to what it's used to. So basically, once you do these diet plans and you want to have a exercise regimen and just slowly change some things that you've been doing over a period of time, that way you won't go back and have these yo-yo diets, lose weight, gain weight, lose weight, gain weight, because that can be very frustrating. Then after a while, you just give up and say, this is not for me. So when you initially, lose weight, and that is a part of being a part of a culture. When you just lose this weight initially, then you want to be a part of a system or part of a community and program that will help you sustain your results.
Amazing. And you know what, too, Charles, while we're on this, and I know you have some training to do coming up in about 11 o'clock, so I don't want to hold you long. People don't understand, how does alcohol affect the body when you're trying to live a healthy lifestyle? How does that affect your body?
Well, it slows down your metabolism. Also, alcohol contains sugar. So that you have, you drinking your calories. A lot of people drink their calories. It could be alcohol, it could be soda. So a lot of times, if you cut the things that you drink out of your diet, if I'm going to consume a lot of calories, I'd rather eat my calories than drink my calories. So the number one culprit of alcohol, it slows down your metabolism, which throws your metabolism off. And if you don't have a healthy metabolism, you're not breaking down the foods and sugars that you need to sustain a healthy and strong body.
So then people, I've talked to people and they say, well, they were drinking alcohol. They're like, well, I'm dancing too. So is that balancing out or is that not?
Well, you pretty much, burning the calories that you put in. And that's why I say early morning cardio is best on an empty stomach, because you're going right into your fat storage opposed to doing, cardio at night. Not saying that you shouldn't, but you got to realize, if you've been drinking, if you've been eating all day, your body has to initially burn the fat that you put in it first, the sugars, the carbohydrates. Then after that, it starts burning the fat. So that's the one thing alcohol will do. You say, I'm drinking and dancing at the same time, but your body is only eliminating what you put into the body. And I'd rather for it to go right into my fat storage opposed to burning the sugar what I put in my body.
Now let's talk about let's talk about what cigarettes do to the body. And I don't know, let's talk about what cigarettes do to the body in regards to healthy living and also keeping maintaining a healthy healthy weight.
Well, that's more like nicotine affects your cardiovascular system. So your heart is not working the way it should be. Your lungs is not working the way it should be. Your respiratory system it's not working the way it should be because nicotine affects and slows down all the three things that I just mentioned. So that's why nicotine can be so damaging to the body because it's not working the way it should work as far as affecting your metabolism, everything, because the metabolism is your powerhouse in your body. It's like the engine in your car. If you can have a nice brand new Mercedes-Benz 2021 shining, wheel shining, but if you have a bad engine, that car is no good. So your metabolism has to be stronger. So I believe in working from the inside out. So nicotine affects your cardiovascular system, your respiratory system, and your heart. And you need a healthy heart to really have a healthy body.
Amen. Now we talked about alcohol. We talked about nicotine. Let's talk about marijuana. What does and I guess that's like is that the same as like smoke with nicotine? Or let's talk about that and talk about some of the things that are in there. I mean, not to say that you even know that, but yeah, I mean I assume you do because you're a trainer. And I don't know. Let's talk about marijuana, how that affects the body.
Well, marijuana slows everything down, and a lot of people are doing these, healthy marijuana, so to speak, just to calm themselves down. But marijuana also affects the body where you want to eat more. so it gives you an appetite and increase the foods that you want to eat, but it also slows the heart down as well. So it's not going to really, it's going to affect your metabolism as well. Everything goes back to that. Anything that's going to alter the way your metabolism works will affect you in your fat burn and your calorie burn.
Now let's talk. Well, since we have about 8 minutes. Let's talk about the drugs, the heroin, the cocaine. Let's talk about all those too. While we're here.
Well, everything that's going to alter and affect the body, where it's going to slow it down or speed it up, your body's not working the way it should work. So you want to eliminate these things as much as possible because it's going to affect the body in a negative way. And always, it's like we always go to the same: what you are is what you eat. So you always want to put the right nutrients in your body. And if you put in things that's going to fight the nutrients and healthy nutrients in your body, it's going to affect you physically, mentally, and spiritually.
Amen. Now let's talk about this COVID thing. A lot of people are afraid to go to gyms to do their exercise and things like that. What kind of tips would you have to share with the people that are watching this broadcast this morning as to what should they look for before they sign up or before they enter into a gym or try to participate in doing some exercise regimens at the gym?
Well, you should check the gym out first. A lot of gyms, depending on the size of the gym and depending on what state you live in, here in Maryland, we have 25% capacity, so you can't have a full service gym. Some of the gyms that I have been in this year, they have like a treadmill, and the treadmill next to it is taped up so you can't get on the treadmill beside the one that you're on. You still have to incorporate wearing a mask, which is very challenging if you run on the treadmill with a mask on. 6 feet apart, the guidelines that we need to follow, the gym should be following that. Hand sanitizer, spraying the machines down before and after workouts. They should have the staff walking around cleaning the machines. But I wouldn't want to go into a gym that's completely full if they're not following the guidelines. That's just not a safe environment you want to be in. But as long as they follow the guidelines, you 6 feet apart, you wiping down the machines, you're not, on the machine right next to someone, you should be fine with that.
And I guess let's talk about the pools and the saunas. And I know a lot of people like to go swimming is a good exercise. Do you know if chlorine is something that kind of kills off the COVID-19? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I was in the hotel just last week. I didn't swim, but I didn't even think about swimming just because of the COVID-19 type of thing. But does that get rid of COVID? I mean, I couldn't imagine myself swimming and knowing that somebody could have snotted or spit in the water. I would be scared. What do you know about that?
I mean, the virus is still unknown, even how it spreads. And it's just, even the medical experts don't know, how we getting it, if it's airborne or if it's by physical touch or it's a virus you just inhale. So, I mean, I wouldn't want to go into a swimming pool right now. I'm not saying chlorine is going to cure anything or prevent it. I just didn't want to take a chance. It's still unknown on how it's spreading so fast. So most of the gyms that I've been to, the pools are closed. You definitely don't want to get into a jacuzzi or sauna. So those kind of things, I would wait till you get home to, relax in your own tub. And just try to, you just use common sense. You definitely don't want to get into a swimming pool if it's open right now.
Absolutely. Now let's go back to home. What are some of the things that people can do at home that can help them to do cardio and exercise, toning and things like that? What can they do at home if they don't have any weights or, any type of equipment for exercising at home? What can they use that are home products?
I would say walking is number one. That's the foundational way to do cardiovascular exercise. I always teach the walk run program because interval training is the best way to burn fat. So for an example, it's called the Gallo method, where you walk a minute, run a minute. And I find most people can do that. I'm not saying you have to like run a marathon or sprint like you want to track. But if you walk a minute, then pick up your pace for a minute, walk another minute for 20 minutes. So you walking 10 minutes, running 10 minutes. That's a foundational way just to build your cardiovascular system. Even if you don't have hand weights, you have some type of weight in your house, something that you can lift for toning. I would say do 3 times a week of some type of resistance training, especially women to put that lean muscle mass on. So you just have to really be creative at home. Even if you don't have weights, you have some type of weight in the house that you can lift. It could be a bottle of bleach. I don't care what it is. Just lift that, 50 repetitions to feel the burn. So that's better than doing
potatoes, right?
Yeah, a bag of potatoes. So just be creative. Anything is better than just sitting around watching TV, sitting on the couch. You just got to keep it moving the best way you can. And the more you move, the more you're going to feel better. I say get an accountability partner, someone that you can work out with to keep you on point. Even if you guys just call each other on the phone and say, look, I want you to call me on Monday at 5 p.m., Wednesday 5 p.m., and Friday at 5 p.m. And let's keep each other accountable. When you get that phone call, just get up and walk in the neighborhood. But walking is the foundational way just to really burn fat and just to build your cardiovascular system.
And also the stairs. Tell them about the stairs because you got me on that one. Tell us about the stairs. I do stairs. I've done a lot on my stairs.
Yeah, the bigger you have, if you have 2 stories, 3 stories in your house, I'd say just go up the stairs 25 times. And that's a high number. Maybe let me be kind of generous. 10 times. So up and down the stairs, and like you said, that's a great way to really put some music on. Utilize your house as a gym. That's just like having a homemade stairmaster. Mm-hmm. So up and down those stairs 25 times. Take a break. Get a drink of water. Do it again. If you have one of these Apple Watches or a Fitbit, try to burn 10 calories per minute. So if you do that for 20 minutes, you burn 200 calories. That's a really strong and effective cardiovascular workout.
Amen. Well, Charles, we're about to wrap it up here. Wrap it up with some inspirational words for our men in this day and age, because a lot of them. What about those who play video games? Let's try to get these men off of video games. I know this. A lot of them have fear. They don't go out as much as they do. A lot of them used to play basketball and all this stuff going on. Let's send some positive vibes out to the men that are couch potatoes, or I guess you say video potatoes now. Let's send some. What should they do?
I'm saying it's not nothing totally wrong with that. You just got to look at your schedule, and everything has a schedule to it. So if you play video games at night, I mean, that's not the end of the world. But if you've been working out for an hour that day, there's nothing wrong with that. So what you want to really, incorporate in your life, sit down and say, what 3 days can I go out and do at least walk? Before I overwhelm anyone with, you need to be doing lifting weights, you need to be running up the stairs, you need to be running around the block. It's just too much too soon. So I like to meet a person where they are. So you could say every day after work, most people are working from home. If you get off at 5 o'clock, just said from 5 to 5:30, walk around the block, walk up and down the stairs 3 times a week initially. And that way you're going to find yourself feeling better. I would say eliminate one thing out of your diet instead of trying to change your whole meal plan.
Mm-hmm.
If you, do chocolate cake or ice cream every night, you might want to limit that into the weekends where you're not doing it every night. So just do these small steps, and these small steps will help increase your journey in fitness. But just take little steps at a time and stick. The key is to take small steps and be consistent with those small steps.
Amazing. Well, Charles, I know your trainees are waiting for you. I don't want to hold you long or stop them from progressing on today. God bless you, sir. Have a great one. Thank you for tuning into Positive Outcomes today, everyone.
Always a pleasure. Thanks for having me. Keep doing your thing. You look great. And I'll see you soon.
Thank you. God bless.